You know that image of a trader with like 5 giant monitors? Forget about it. The real power to trade in the world's biggest financial market, well, it's already in your hand. Today, we're going to build your Forex roadmap from the ground up, getting MetaTrader 5 all set up and ready to go right on your phone. But first, let's just take a second to wrap our heads around the sheer scale we're dealing with. The Forex market, it trades over $7.5 trillion every single day. That makes it, by far, the largest financial market on the entire planet. And here's the wild part. The terminal, the access point to all that money flowing around the globe, isn't locked away on Wall Street. It's right there in your pocket. Yep, probably on the very same device you're watching this on right now. Okay, so let's talk about trading from your phone. It's a massive opportunity, for sure. But it's also this kind of gray zone where so many beginners get wiped out. They either treat it like a video game, or worse, they fall for some scam broker. Our mission here is to give you a clear, professional path that steers you completely clear of those traps. So what even is MetaTrader 5 anyway? The easiest way to think about it is like a bridge. It's not your bank account, and it's not your broker. It's the piece of tech that connects your broker's account to the live market, letting you see the charts and actually place your trades. But hold on. Before we even think about tapping that MT5 icon, I gotta tell you, the single most important part of this entire process happens before you ever log in. Getting this next part right is, well, it's everything. And that brings us to your crucial first step, building a solid foundation. If you get this wrong, any success you have is going to be built on sand, just waiting to collapse. Now, look at the order here. It's super important, and it's designed to protect you. First, you have to choose a broker you can trust. Check them against regulatory warning lists, like the RBI alert list. Second, and please listen to this, open a demo account. This lets you trade in the real market with fake money, zero risk. It's like a flight simulator for traders. Once you do that, your broker will email you 3 little pieces of info: your login ID, password, and the server name. Keep those safe. All right. With those login details ready, now it's finally time to open up the app. Let's take a quick tour of your new trading cockpit so you can get comfortable behind the wheel. The first thing you'll probably see is the quote screen. Now, it can look a little intimidating with all the flashing numbers, but don't worry, it's just your watch list. It's where you keep an eye on the currency pairs you're interested in, like the euro versus the US dollar. And speaking of that, what's a currency pair? It's really simple. You're just comparing the value of one currency, the base, to another one, the quote. You're basically placing a bet on which one is going to get stronger or weaker compared to the other. That's all it is. Now we get to the fun part, the charts. Here's a pro tip for you. Use the bigger time frames, like the 1-hour or 4-hour charts, to figure out the overall direction the market is moving, the main trend. Then you zoom into a smaller time frame, like the 15-minute chart, to find your perfect spot to enter. It's called top-down analysis, and it's a game changer. Okay, you've done your analysis. It's time to pull the trigger. But we're not just going to place a trade. Nope, we are going to place a protected trade. And believe me, that one word makes all the difference in the world. Before your finger even gets close to that buy or sell button, you have to understand lot size. It's just the quantity of currency you're trading, but make no mistake about it. This one setting is the single biggest factor that controls how much of your money you're putting on the line. And here's why that matters so much. If you're using a standard lot, every tiny little price movement is worth about $10. For a beginner, that is a recipe for a heart attack. Now look down at the micro lot. That same tiny price movement is worth just 10 cents. This is your training ground. This is where you learn without blowing up your account. Stay here until you prove you can be consistently profitable. So here it is, your protected trade checklist. Step 1. You select that safe lot size. Start with 0.01, the micro lot. Then, steps 2 and 3, and this is totally non-negotiable, you set your stop loss and your take profit before you get in. And only then, after your protection's locked in, do you finally hit buy or sell. I want you to burn this idea into your brain. Your stop loss, it's your armor, it's your kavach. It is the emergency eject button that gets you out of a bad trade before it crashes and burns your account. It is the only thing that protects your capital, period. So how much should you risk? The golden rule that professional traders live by is to never, ever risk more than 1 to 2% of your total account on any single trade. That's it. That discipline is what keeps you in the game long enough to actually learn how to win.
But just mastering the app, that's just the beginning. Knowing which buttons to press is maybe half the battle. The trader's real roadmap, that goes so much deeper than just an app.
This is the stuff that really separates the people who make it from those who don't. First, don't try to do this alone. And when you take a loss, which you will, it happens to everyone, don't immediately jump back in for revenge. That's a classic mistake. Instead, find a community of other disciplined traders, people who are focused on the process and making steady progress, not just hitting the jackpot. Your mindset, that's the real strategy. So I'm just going to leave you with this one question to think about. After everything we've gone over, from the tech to the risk, what do you think your biggest challenge really is? Is it the chaotic, unpredictable market, or is it the battle for your own discipline?